Hi, the global markets have been on a positive up move. This is the second week the markets have been positive. This has probably been on account of improvised talks between US and China with regards to the trade tensions. China has taken the lead by bringing down the tariffs on some of the select US goods, whereas US has also reciprocated in terms of delaying the tariff hikes on select US, China goods for about 2 weeks. There's also a strong expectation of a stimulus coming in from the EU today. Overall, all these signals are positive for the global markets. US and Asia have gone up by about 2%, and Europe has gone up by about 1.5%. The Indian markets have also taken positive cues from the global markets and gone up. The domestic noise also in the Indian markets is going better. The government is talking about a package for the auto sector and doing bringing in some amount of measures that will arrest the downside. So that's been positive in the Indian markets. After touching a low of about 10,816 during the week, the market went up to about 11,081 odd levels. However, it couldn't sustain the upside. The rupee has appreciated, and that's caused some amount of capping on the upside. It has closed at about 10,982 odd levels, going up by about 1.24% for the entire week. The sectors that did well was PSU banks and auto, which was up by about 5%, while the IT index on account of the rupee appreciation has gone down by about 2.79%. In the coming week, we expect the Indian markets to be trading positive, but we expect the up move to be range bound. This is primarily on account of no negative signals on the domestic side, whereas on the global side, the market are positive on account of improvised discussions between US and China on the trade issues. In the Indian markets, also the GST Council is supposed to meet around the 20th of September, and there is a significant amount of expectation that is building to some amount of GST rate cut or some amount of measures that would arrest the downside on the auto sector. We would request you to trade the markets with being specific on the stock and sectors that you look at in the coming week. So that's our outlook. In terms of our stock recommendation, we have a contrarian view. We are giving a buy recommendation on Hero MotoCorp with the target price about 3161 odd levels and a downside stop loss at about 2409 levels. This is an upside about 15.3% over the coming 1 year. While the Q1 results were challenging, however, they have improvised on the margins. They have up margins by about 4% quarter-on-quarter basis. So that's been quite heartening in a challenging environment. The business also experiences a market share lead position for about 18 odd years. They have a market share of about 51%, and the entry level segment they have a market share of about 72%. So they continue to maintain their lead and the market share. Along with it, they're also focusing on quality and premiumization of their brands. So that looks positive for the business. The management is quite sound. They have a strong promoter backing the entire business, as well as in terms of the valuation, it looks quite reasonable. It's attractive at about 14x odd levels with industry at about 18x odd levels. So the market is looking positive for Hero MotoCorp with the coming festive season and a strong distribution network of about 6,500 odd touch points. So that's our recommendation. Thank you.